Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with James Mason, my co-host, and number one YouTube day trading show on the internet. That may not be completely actually true, but it sounds good.
Hey, whoever's coming up with those stats, we'll keep them on board. I like that.
It was a small voting pool, but Johnny and I took care of it for us.
Hey, that's all that matters. As long as we're taking first place.
That's right. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. We should get trophies.
We should.
We should make trophies. Yeah.
Let me
tax write-off too.
I've got trophies. You want me to grab one?
I put a piece of tape over it.
I'll have trophies and medals tomorrow.
William, thank you for the tip, sir. Let's see. All right, William, we will hit that up right here in a moment. All right, everybody. So, man, what is it? Tuesday? Oh, TOS. Don't give me this malarkey.
Today is one day closer.
Uh-huh. It's aggravating. I'm tired of waiting. Tired of it.
Oh, Friday will get here soon enough, my friend. Relax.
Yep. All right, everybody. So let's go and get it. Let me share my screen. All right. So predictive oncology is still doing the same thing. just waiting on it. I mean, I don't think we're even waiting on the companies at this point.
You know what's funny about predictive oncology?
What's that?
I have more conversations with my 20-year-old son because of it. Every day he calls me like, "What's going on, Dad?" I can't hear from him for weeks on end, but he'll call me every day. "What's going on, Dad?" Nice to hear from you, Ben.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Beth. I'm sitting. It's actually my normal office chair. Like Todd has seen my setup in person. What I've done was I took a large kitchen table, and okay, so last year I decided, hey, let's take our kitchen table, and I put it in my office as my new desk. Then I had to buy a new kitchen table, but man, it works out perfect. Like just so much space, isn't there, Todd?
Yeah, we did a live show, or we did something where I sat right next to you. There was a ton of space.
Yeah. it's almost like you could have a family sitting here.
And on that, is there a Starbucks delivery coming your way right at the moment? You have Alana crawling all over you.
I don't know yet. She was done watching Coco Melon not long ago. So
Nice.
yeah. So yeah, the reason why I'm sitting low is like the only downside to this is how high the table is. So like my office chair, for live streaming, it doesn't look right, but I don't care today.
Beth, the truth be told, it represents our hierarchy, and like it just shows you how much taller than I'm James.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it so we wasting everybody's time. All right. So let's talk about ticker. What was that? NTRB Nutribrand?
NTRB Nutriband. They had some news regarding a COVID patch that was supposed to be something sounded positive.
All right. So like getting in right now or even at the bell on this one to go long, I personally wouldn't do it. I mean, I do expect it to pull back and do whatever. We'll need to see what the setup looks like once it actually does pull back. If this thing would rocket up at the bell, it would just have me uneasy about trying to take a position there. But if this thing pulls back, then by the time it comes back up later and breaks above those pre-market highs, I would consider a smaller position. And I say smaller just because we really don't know what the potential could be here. And let's see, let me go to the daily chart. And I say that because I mean we've downtrended for a while with this ticker, and honestly very, very, very little. Might as well just say no volume at all. I mean, you can see like these daily candlesticks, 122 shares traded, like no volume. And then all of a sudden we're starting to get volume here. So everything about this setup is interesting because one, this downward trend, we spoke about this yesterday, this downward trend, and then something gapping up. That's exactly what the bears look for because you have all these people wanting to get out. Now, what makes this really interesting, and this could break that whole strategy that the bears use when they look to short stuff. And well, I guess what I'm trying to say is what makes this interesting is how this goes from no volume at all to we're starting to get a lot of volume here. And now we got news today with this. Let's see. Did you already say it, Todd, about that patch?
Yeah, it's an antibody indicator patch for COVID-19.
Yes, it actually detects and reports within 24 to 36 hours whether a person has developed COVID-19 antibodies. I think something like this could be huge. I mean, it would I believe it would help out and alleviate a lot of the fear and panic in public, but also help out people as well and get it to the point to where we can just walk away and just be done with the mask as a whole, as society. You know, just wear the patch. I don't know, wear the patch and figure it out and move on. I mean, if you got it, you know, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't.
I think the patch is going to have a chip in there so they can track our movements also. Yeah.
And it'll probably have like a crypto coin wallet or something as well.
And if you want to, if you wear it upside down, you'll be able to speak a second language.
Yeah. All right. So this one is going to be interesting. Again, what I would personally look for is, let's see how this thing responds in the open market today. I would like to see that pullback because this is a little too hot at the moment. We do need this RSI to cool off. But I do believe, in my personal opinion, that this one does have great potential. And this is ticker NTRB.
All right.
Let's talk about Southwest Airlines really quickly.
Yeah, so
FWBI.
go ahead and dump in the comments what you know about what's going on with Southwest Airlines. My commentary is only going to be coming from watching the news, and they canceled. So the way I understand it, they canceled a bunch of flights, and they're blaming air traffic controllers and weather. And the air traffic controllers are saying it's not their issue. So I think there's a little finger pointing going on here. And all I know is that there's a bunch of people around the country are stranded for 2-3 days trying to catch a flight back home.
Well, all I know is I think I have about 200 hours on my flight simulator, so I could probably go get a job there. Take on a couple flights over the weekend. I'll just do regional stuff, just regional. But I mean, there probably is a significant pilot shortage. I mean, heck, when actually I saw a picture, someone took a picture of a McDonald's sign starting off $21 an hour.
Oh my Lord.
And if it's getting to that point, the profit margins for airlines are so thin.
James, let me tell you, not only do I earn $21 an hour, but I get free lunch also.
Yeah. It's better than the TT benefits.
So a couple people have commented the shortage is they're saying it's a staff shortage, which we suspected, which I didn't connect the dots here, but it's due to the mandates over the vaccinations, which brings up a bigger question that's going to happen to our already non-existent labor shortage or our large labor shortage already, is that we may have a larger issue here starting to peek its head out of the water. Is that businesses and manufacturers are going to, if they have to mandate a vaccination, people are going to walk.
Well, it's simple. Just replace the staff, replace the pilots. Hey, if the Taliban can literally learn in a week how to fly military aircraft, then we can train our people up a lot sooner. Get them in that aircraft with some passengers and send them on their way.
That's crazy. So it'll be interesting to watch how the airline stocks will respond to this over the short window.
Yeah. I'm not big on trading airline stocks anyways, because they just don't move too much. But there is a reason why airline stocks are highly shorted all the time. Their profit margins are so thin, and airlines are always known to go bankrupt.
And they're just one takeoff from having an event that like crashes their stock price.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But
if you're the pilot, you pretty much have to be perfect with landing it
all the time.
Okay, so just looking at it on the chart really quickly. Obviously, I mean, this is actually a pretty chart. I mean, a pretty easy chart to read. So right here, let me just draw that trend line for y'all. Would not consider going bullish on this thing unless if it broke above 56.50. We have to break above that peak at that point. But going short, slightly below that non-EMA. So you guys can see that non-EMA coming down right there. We need to break below that average right there at 48.61. So that is the range that I'd be looking for in either direction for Southwest. Anything in between this right now is no man's land for me. But on both sides of that trade, or not trade, but on both sides of these trend lines, that would be the direction. So I've looked to go long above 56.50, which we're like 4 points from that. And we're also like 4 points above going bearish below 48.61. So that's what I see for love. Now let me go up here and let's see. William, ticker FWBI. FWBI. Let's see.
While he's looking it up, people don't forget to hit the like button. Helps build our algorithms and build our audience.
All right, so First Wave Biopharma. They have 9.9 million shares outstanding. I like that share structure. I'm not pulling. Well, from one of my sources, I'm not pulling up anything on short interest. Let's see. So we got some news today. Okay, so they just added 2 people to their advisory board, which it's like no big deal. They're coming off of a stock split. But I mean, man, they're so beat down. RSI is super low. What I would look for here, I don't know of any catalysts that they have. I haven't dug into them. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so they're actually screening patients right now for a phase 2B clinical trial. All right, so we'll be quite a ways from a catalyst at this point from taking place, unless they have other stuff going on. But what we could see here is a potential pop, just to raise this RSI some right here. We could see a potential pop, but again, we're coming off of a split. It's also downtrending. So as for how much of a pop, man, we're gonna start seeing some resistance right here around 330, all the way up to about 393. This is one of those trades that, I mean, if you could time it right, I mean, there's a lot of risk here. If you can time it right, get in and catch that pop and get up here in this range, I would definitely start considering taking my profits. But this thing more than likely is going to roll back over and kind of chop around here and probably start going sideways for at least a little bit. So that is what I see for ticker FWBI.
All right, we're 2.5 minutes to game time.
Yeah. So, man, the overall market, the futures are still kind of just whatever. They're not strong really in either direction at the moment. Man, I wish we get some better pre-market days news-wise.
We have it's been a long summer for that, hasn't it? And now we're heading into the fall. So I agree. I was hoping that we'd have a strong quarter with some pre-market news that we could things would pop and we can do some things, but it has not happened as of yet.
Yeah. So this is definitely penny stock buyout season. And I'm waiting to collect my bags.
Exactly.
All right, everybody. So we appreciate y'all tuning in today. Let's see what the market gives us. And predictive oncology, you're more than welcome to drop some news on us. I'm just saying, you're more than welcome. So that's all I have. Thank y'all for tuning in. Trade safe, trade smart. Put that stop loss in on anything that you really have going on in the market right now. It's going to get pretty volatile. So thank y'all for tuning in, and we will catch y'all later.